Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me good? We should be live. Just leave a comment if you don't mind. Can you type yes, Kels, on your Pixel?
Sorry?
Can you type? Can you hit yes on your Pixel?
Good.
Can you guys hear me? How's the audio? We're rocking a new mic here, so I wanted to test it out on stream. See how it is. That way it's not like in the image. Is the audio clear? It's good? Yeah? Okay, now I have a question. Could you guys tell me which one sounds better? That one or this? Which one sounds better to you guys? This right now or this is, yeah, but I want to know, can you guys hear this okay? And if yes, is this better than this one? Oh, the first one's better. Okay, good. Because I was worried that this mic is scuffed, bro. I paid a lot for it, so I needed to make sure that it was good. Awesome. First one by far. Amazing. Yes. We're doing good. Good investment there. Awesome. All right, so welcome to the stream, guys. Thank you so much for 27,000 subscribers. I know this is a little bit late because I think we're like 27,300 now, but I wanted to do this. I finally had some time and I figured, this would be pretty fun since there's so much going on right now in the world, especially for things like Bitcoin. And we recently had the second season of Arcane. So I just thought like it'd be a really good way to chill and like hang out with you guys for like, I don't know, three hours or so, two to 3 hours. So yeah. How's everybody doing? Let me know. You guys can ask me anything here. If you guys ask me for like future prices, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but I can try to give you like what I know. And hopefully you guys are liking the new videos. I know the quantity has dropped a little bit in terms of like how many I'm putting out per month. The main reason is because like YouTube is not really paying that much anymore, and paying editors is quite hard, so I try to always like at least break even. So yeah. So first question is, what are your thoughts on the Blue Eyes stamp set? So this is actually a really, really good question because I was gonna make a video on it, but it's too short to make a video on just that, so I didn't even bother. But I actually really like them. I'm a huge fan of promos like this. Pokemon is really well known for stuff like this. Yu-Gi-Oh is not, and I'm really glad that Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of going in that direction. Some things I do wish they did was like create a new artwork instead of just reusing the same PNG every single time. So yeah. I really like them. I ordered a couple myself. Are they gonna go up in price? Who the hell really knows? Like realistically, probably not, because Konami just has a habit of overprinting everything, but I really like them. Still waiting on your new binders, bro. Yeah, new binders are coming in, I believe, February. You guys are gonna really like the new wave. Okay, we're gonna go back to Gardner. We're gonna go back to the original manufacturing process, and then it's gonna be an all new design in terms of sizing and stuff like that. You guys are gonna be really blown away. I'm really excited. Have you ever seen multiple cases of crazy sealed sets like MFC or PTDN? I have not seen a sealed case of those. Never mind multiple. The most I've seen is like a sealed case of LOB. That's like the craziest I've seen. Isn't holiday season the best time to make YouTube videos? It is, except when you're making videos like mine, which are more like education based, compared to like just hype based videos. So yeah, there's a little bit of a difference there. What do I think about the QCR DMG in Bonanza? I think that they're cool, but I think the quality control on Bonanza was really bad. I mean, I got a box in. I was going to do a video, and the quality of those QCRs was garbage, especially like the platinum rares too. Like the platinums were like the secret rares. Holy crap, there was like print lines all over. I didn't really like that. Yeah, I was kind of hyped for the set until I saw like the quality control. I definitely think it definitely took a dip from Rarity Collection 2. I felt like Rarity Collection 2 did a really good job in terms of quality. Would you make a video on all the OG, OCG, Altis, SM51, etc.? Yeah, I will. I do have something in the works, but I just want something where it's not like I'm just listing out the cards for you guys, you know? Will the new wave of binders be available in Europe? Yes, they will be, and they will be shipping from Europe as well. What's a better investment? 5D's First Ed Ghosts or LOB First Ed Ultras? Hashtag MHG. I personally like Stardust and Black Rose over the other Ultra Rares from LOB, but I like LOB Blue Eyes over the Ghost Shares. So like that's kind of how it works. But the other Ghosts are garbage. I think that they're below LOB. In Europe, it was way better, and there was even some misprints. Like what kind? Like missing names and stuff like that? Should they make a special edition of the starter decks with the cards being all hollow? I'm pretty sure they did, and that was called the Kaiba case, and that was a masterpiece release in my opinion. In Europe, it was way better, and there was even some. I already answered that. Will you make more arcane sleeves with different colors, or have some colors back more? Have same colors back and more in stock? Every single color is back in stock now. Every single size is back in stock. However, I will not be making more. I mean, bro, I made 10 colors, bro. I literally gave up an arm and a leg and a couple of children to get like that many colors. Like that was so difficult to get. Like factories do not like making multiple variations like that. So yeah, I don't think I'll be making any more. If in fact the next wave will probably be even less. What happened? To your G3 trade? Will you show what you got for her? I was going to, but I decided I'm gonna keep that private, as private as this goes. Like you see the card here, this is what I traded for, but it's not very clear. So if I ever move out of the camera frame, you guys will be able to see what I got in return. But yeah, I did complete that trade, and I'm quite happy with what I got. It definitely gave me some sleepless nights though. Do you think the COVID boom prices on all cards can ever be replicated again now that pops are so much higher on everything, or was it the perfect storm for grading delays? I don't think, I mean, could I see asset prices like rise to COVID levels again? maybe, but you would have to like turn on the money printer for a lot longer than 2 years. Like what happened with 2020 to 2022 was basically like it was not really that card prices went up. It's more like the dollar went down. So so that's really what actually happened. So it's not like you would have the dollar. You'd have to have the dollar come down way more in order for card prices to reach what they were before. However, other assets have gone, maybe some of them even new all-time highs. BTC, but that one's is in a different ball game. New room tour / sealed collection room tour. Yes, I'm just waiting for a couple of bookshelves to come over here so I can fill them up, and then I'll bring in the new room tour because I think yeah, like I finally got a setup I'm happy with, and I'm really excited to I'm really excited to show you guys the new room. Like before, my desk was there, so I moved it over here, and that way I can just get all my cables and stuff. Like I don't know, yeah, you guys will see it soon. Okay, I promise. Let's see. Is Beckett still worth sending to? Beckett was never worth sending to unless you're in Pokemon and you like gambling. But I think Beckett is garbage company. Ulti foil on Ultra with no 3D effects. I see. Oh, that's quite cool. Do you mind sending me a picture of that? What are your thoughts on the Bonanza QCR prices? Considering the expected difficulty when chasing certain nostalgia cards, I think cards are cheaper than expected. I actually think that they're overpriced personally. I think that the cards are nice, but they are not well executed. So anybody who's trying to collect high end won't really go for them. This is the kind of the complete opposite of what happened with Magnificent Mavens. Like Mavens, the quality was so good on the cards that it even enticed people who are higher end collectors. And basically, the higher end collectors are the ones that are able to push the price up past $300, right? Like brokies are not going to be able to do that for a lot of cards, right? They're gonna stick into what is like in their price range. It's the higher end whales that come in and push the card from $300, $400, $500, $600, $700. And that's what happened with the Magician's Force, and no, with the Magnificent Mavens DMG, for example, and the Blue Eyes. The card quality was so good that the cards looked amazing in hand, and that inspired and enticed a lot of the higher end quote unquote whales to come in and actually collect those cards themselves, right? And that pushed the price to I'm pretty sure like Magnificent Mavens DMG PSA 10 is like $1,500. So that is kind of a testament to good quality cards. I don't believe that QCRs have that same level of quality to them. Like I think the Magnificent Mavens DMG is like a fantastic looking card, and the quality of the card stock is incredible too. I don't think the same can be said about QCRs. Hey man, I hope you make more binders / different colors. I love your binders. They're the best. I appreciate you, fam. Thank you so much. Yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned. 2025, you guys will be able to see the new line. And Obelisk is coming as well. What even is G3 DMG? I couldn't actually ever find out the card's lore. I have a video on it. It's I think the title was called "This Card Just Sold for $100,000" or something like that. Do you play Edison or Go? I play Go. Richard Mill or Patek? I like Patek. Will the room tour show that card? Briefly. There's going to be new binder batches coming soon. in 2025, not right now. Next binder release timeline, most likely February, March. Thoughts on the Beckett CEO charge for money laundering over $2 billion? I mean, I don't really know. I don't believe in money laundering. I think because I don't believe in taxation. So I don't think money laundering is a crime. Casual Yu-Gi-Oh pulled some on camera. Oh, I see. Okay. I just don't trust PSA with their personal bias towards their own favorite cards and staples. I don't think they have a personal bias at all, to be honest. Everything blew up. Those prices are not coming back. For instance, a perfect, flawless bad reaction to Simochi will get a 6, while a 60-40 with a white spot DMG will get a 10. Yeah, that is true. Did they change the ultimate rares recently? I saw Ruxin's video, Bonanza, and the ultis look worse than before. Yeah, they did. The ultis are not the same anymore. You got pudgy, bro? You stopped working on... Yeah, I am kind of fat now. I need to lose weight. It's true. Do you ship to the UK from your website? It depends what item you're buying. If it's a higher end item, you will have to personally email me. But if it's like a binder or sleeves, if you're trying to purchase sleeves right now, you can hit up Strictly Sealed Europe on Instagram, and they'll be able to help you out. They'll get you a shipping quote, etc. In terms of binders, you can buy the binders on Amazon in the UK. You just gotta look up. You just have to look up Cardware Binder on Amazon. Is the new batch binder quality going to be similar to Cardware or Gardner? Because Gardner, in my opinion, was so much better quality. No, it'll be back to. It'll be back to what's it called? It'll be back to. I'm using the original manufacturer of Gardner. I'm going back to them. Biggest regret purchase? I don't know. I don't really have one, to be honest. Maybe PSA 10 Gliders Assault. Secret rares, those ones I got hosed on. Rarity Collection 3 Altis and QCR are way better than Rarity Collection 1 and 2. Yeah, but nobody cares about those rarities. That's the problem with that. Sweet potato or pumpkin pie? The subscribers need to know. Sweet potato. What was the first card you ever bought, and what got you into collecting Yu-Gi-Oh? The first PSA 10 I ever bought was DDS Blue Eyes. And then the first raw card I bought was a MFC first edition DMG. This was like back in 2012. Finally off of work and catching you live. By the way, that last EN video is great. Keep making those types of videos. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the support. Hit the like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Is your store and eBay updated with your current stock on vintage cards and sealed product? No, it is not. Especially not cards. Like cards, definitely check out Strictly Sealed Cards on Instagram. I'm every single week I'm gonna make it my mission to put at least 50 cards up there so that you guys can pick them up if you guys want. I loved your Japan vlogs. So cool to see different card shops. I appreciate it. Thank you. New upcoming video ideas you'd like to get a sneak peek to? I actually am running out of ideas, so if you guys have any suggestions, definitely let me know. I think that would be pretty cool. I would appreciate that. But I do have an ultimate rare collector's guide coming up, like for OCG. I never knew there was a country code before I watched your videos. Thanks, dude. Maybe a video on card stocks in terms of card condition, mint to damaged, what era produced the best card stock. I feel like that's too niche where like I think people are gonna be like, what the fuck is this video, bro? I don't even know what like you'd even how would I even title that? You know, like what era produced the best gem mint cards? Thoughts on investing in silver? I think silver is I think silver is kind of useless. It's outdated now, and it's basically just used as a. I don't think it's a good hedge if that's what you're asking. I think there's much better options as a hedge. Who's gonna buy that last LOB first ed box? I have no idea. Any new milestones you'd like to hit before the year end or for the next year for the channel or personally? Also, what do you think about raw O3 prices? So, in terms of milestones, I would like to hit like 1,000 subscribers a month, but I don't think that that's kind of likely. I'm at like 3 months per 1,000 subscribers, which is like very, very slow. And I think a lot of people would have probably dropped that if it wasn't for like my merch. I mean, you guys, your purchasing of the merch is what allows the YouTube channel to stay alive, because the growth that I've had is very, very small. Realistically, I think I grew like what 7,000 subscribers in the past year, which is very, very low in terms of growth. And it's and I can't keep up the same quality of, for example, like the camera, the audio, stuff like that at the low growth rate that I've had. Well, I couldn't do that if it wasn't for you guys purchasing the merch. That's basically how I'm able to support the YouTube channel. But yeah, that's kind of like my milestone is to be able to hit 1,000 subscribers a month, which is 33 subscribers a day. It's not a lot, but it is tough to do it when you're in like when you're operating in like a niche market. And I don't really do like the open mouth thumbnails. I don't do any of that stuff. Like my stuff is kind of like plain Jane, very dry. So yeah, like that's the main reason. Like I don't whore myself out for the algorithm. So my growth has definitely stagnated, and that's just a thank you to you guys for purchasing the merch, for allowing the YouTube channel to stay alive. So that's my milestone. Also, what do you think about Raw 3 prices? I think that they're a little high. I think the QCRs are going to come back down to earth. So I personally would sell where I can. Video on how to protect your Yu-Gi-Oh products. I do want to do this. I do want to do that again. Yeah, that is a very good suggestion. Silver will surge in price over the long term. It's used in EV batteries, electronics, medicine. So much room for growth. Yeah, but so are other materials. That doesn't really mean anything. Any recommended trustworthy middleman for grading with PSA? My friend wants to grade. He lives in Boston but doesn't know the process. Hit up zngemporium.com. Is there a Patreon number you'd like to hit, or how many more you would need that would allow you to be able to drop more videos like 2 a week consistently? Honestly, it's not really as much money. It's more like how much ideas I have. I'm starting to kind of run out, like I said. So again, leave it in the comments. Don't leave it in the chat, because in the comments section, I'll be able to go through it and see it, while in the chat, like I'm not able to, like I can't follow this at the end of the day, right? The chat, I can, the comment section, I can, because I read every single comment. You guys see, like I always heart everybody's, so everybody's being read. QCRs are worth selling. In my opinion, I think they are. I think the QCRs and the TCG are trash. That's just, but I do have kind of like a love hate relationship with QCRs. What's your wife's thoughts on collecting Yu-Gi-Oh and creating custom Yu-Gi-Oh products for your fans? I don't think she has thoughts. I think she's just glad that I like doing what I do, and like the bills are paid. So, what do you think Konami's doing after they officially announce QCRs ending April/May next year? I think that's a really good question. I really hope we go back to kind of less in your face rarities. I'm really tired of the cards kind of like being all glittery. I really wish we would go back to something that's a little bit more simple with less going on. I think that would be really cool. I think serialized cards would also be good, but you'd have to print them in Japan. You can serialize whatever you want, but if they're ass quality, nobody's gonna buy them. PSA 9 Ulti Test Tiger or PSA 8 LOB First Ed AE Blue Eyes? I don't know, bro. Avoiding QCRs as much as possible to await the pending Rush Duel release in the TCG. The main problem with the Rush Duel cards is the shadow foil. Like I have one sec. Like this. Yo, focus. Like I really don't like this rarity right here. I think the shadow foil ruins the card. But otherwise I think it's fantastic otherwise. But the shadow foil is like, it's just a little too much in my opinion. So yeah. I think the SM51 Blue Eyes is the best card in the hobby. I'm looking for the blue version of this card. I mean, I understand why people think that. I think it's a gorgeous card, personally. Do you think the Retro Pack 1 reprint hurt the original? Yes, it did, yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt. Rush Duel is not even successful enough in Japan, so it's not coming to TCG. I have no idea about sales, to be honest, so I really couldn't even say. Okay, anyway, who watched Arcane? Let's talk about it. Because I am, yeah. If you have not seen season 2, tune out right now because there's gonna be some spoilers. Okay, fine. I'll answer some questions first. I got some retro pack. Should I crack open? I don't know. I don't think so. I did, yeah, I didn't buy a single box. Is there any card or set that is extremely you think is overrated? I think QCRs are overrated, honestly. I think QCRs are garbage. What's your favorite sealed product and single from TCG this year? My favorite sealed product. I like the best singles. The singles that I like the most are the Unity and Pride sets that came out this year in Japan. I think those are masterclass releases. Why do you think there's a difference in quality of cards from the OCG to TCG? Do you think it's culture difference? I really don't know. I still think I think any publicly traded company is always going to be about the bottom line. But the thing is like, I actually don't know. Like, I really don't know. You could attribute it to the fact that the Japanese really take care of their products. But yeah, I really don't know why that is. It's just disappointing that it's like that. Best route for Konami: Duel Monsters anime remake or live action movie? Definitely not live action. Like, bro, please no live action. Like, I don't want them to ruin yet another thing. It's gonna be literally that meme of the Godfather, and it's gonna be like, look how they massacred my boy. That's literally what that is. If they do live action, definitely anime remake. Are you only in BTC? Yeah, I am only in BTC. I like pretty much like 80% of everything I own is BTC. Anything you want to pick up for your collection? Just more prize cards. Next episode, collector's chat. I was supposed to do one this week, Wednesday, but I had my mother-in-law over, so next week we'll do it. Next week for sure. What cold wallet do you use? I use this. It's called the Cold Card Q. That's what I use. How did that Dubai investment property go? Really well. It did really well. Yeah, it's like, I definitely wouldn't do it again, but it did decent. I haven't sold yet though. What cold wallet do you use? Yeah, I answered that. Oh yeah, one of the best. Yeah, they are. I think CoinKite is the goats. Honestly, they have the same, like, similar mindset as me and stuff. So. Any new collection videos on the horizon? Would love to see updates on previous one, like Zach's again, if you got any new cards. Um, I'm pretty sure he actually stopped collecting. He moved pretty much only to watches. So I think he hasn't really changed his collection much. But I do want to head over to, what's it called, Tennessee, and shoot a collection video of a real goat, like an OG goat. The OCG case you said will probably be sought after. I have one. I want the 3 boot. Should I just keep it? No, it will not be sought after. That shit was printed to hell and back. Unfortunately, I did not consider that they would be printing that much quantity of it. But there was, you can probably stack it to the moon of how many they made. So if you want the cards, just crack it open and enjoy it. It's very unfortunate. Awesome, I'll open it now. Yeah, you can get those for dirt cheap now. Very, very unfortunate. Isn't it like 350 now? It's probably less than that. It's probably like 250 now. They completely destroyed the value on that set. Thoughts on vintage first ed PSA 10 market long term. My thoughts are, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I personally do not collect PSA 10s anymore. Like I completely dropped that whole thing. I am, if I'm collecting any sort of slab, it will be another company. But I'm not sure how the market will see to that like later on, right? Like I think the market is still extremely strong for PSA, but I personally just don't buy them anymore. So I don't want to kind of give I don't want to give like biased takes, but in my opinion, like I just don't touch them. So I just I've completely abandoned that company. So I think long term, I think other people will do the same, but it is dependent on the new grading company to become more established. Do you work with Cardboard Concierge to sell your products? I do not. I bought back all my stock. I do not work with them anymore. I bought a Dune case for 280 euros a few weeks ago. That's crazy, bro. 280 euros is insane. I love a playlist about collecting OCG, like Unity and Pride sets. Please update us. I made a video on Unity and Pride, but I will make one for the OCG eventually. New binders when? February to March. Would you ever drop Yu-Gi-Oh! Inspired clothing? Love your products because of the attention to detail and would love to purchase Yu-Gi-Oh! Branded high quality clothing if you ever sold. So I was thinking about this, okay? But people are gonna rage because what would happen is I have to charge like $100 a sweater, okay? Because the sweaters that I like are 900 GSM. If you know anything about GSM, it's basically gram per square meter, and it's how they measure the clothing density. And I think a lot of people are too stupid to realize what that means and how expensive that is to literally just purchase and like kind of like manufacture. So if I ever do make a clothing line, I would make them Yu-Gi-Oh based, or even like just design based. I think I have really good designs in my mind that I would love to be able to pull off. But what's it called? I would want to make them like 900 GSM, which is very, very thick for the sweater. Like it's a very, very high quality sweater. I think a lot of people are not really ready for that. They're too used to like the the $20 Urban Planet sweaters. Cardboard Concierge used to sell your products, but now their site no longer works. Did they go out of business? Yes, they did. They did. It's like super heavy sweaters, yeah? I have $300 hoodies that are so heavy, high quality. Yeah, it's like, you guys know like for example, the Yeezy Gap sweater, for example, like that one, that's only like 450 GSM. So it's like literally even heavier than that. It's literally like even more dense than that. It's literally double the density. Um, so yeah, like it's very very high quality shit. But like I said, it takes a lot to actually like it costs a lot. Like literally the raw sweater is like $50, like raw. Never mind if I embroider it, that's like another like $20, and then I have to put a markup. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy. That's the main problem with clothing. I don't want to make trash because I don't wear trash, right? So because of this, I cannot sell trash. What is the NA price for the different SM51 variations? I want one, but hard to distinguish market price. I don't know, bro. Like probably like 2K for PSA 9. Is he done talking about Arcane? I haven't started talking about Arcane. When can we expect new binders? Thinking of doing new interesting color patterns. Yeah, so like I'll show you guys. Actually, why not? Whatever. I'll show you guys the upcoming. I'll show you the upcoming obelisk. Okay. Now this is just a render. Okay. This is just a render, so don't crucify me. But this is the upcoming obelisk. Okay. The full design will look something like this. And that one will be coming in in February/March. Will we ever see market watches again? I doubt it. I don't know. Like, but I really doubt that I'll do something like that again. Yeah. So this is what the new obelisk design is. Finally finished like sketching it. So next we're gonna basically I have to work on basically making it look the same as Slifer. Now I do have a question for you guys. I am planning to go back to the Gardner line. So would you guys mind the logo there? Like it will be the Gardner logo, unfortunately. So I is that going to disappoint a lot of people because I cannot run with two brands, right? So the other ones have to go to Gardner. This one, the problem with this is that like I might not even be able to match the same cardware logo, so it's gonna be really a mess, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope you guys don't mind that the logo will be different. Would love to have the pocket with a 4x4. I doubt I would do 4x4. I had some. They're just they're way too bulky. Egyptian gods is cool, but will there be an Exodia one? So before we move on to so before we move on to Exodia or anything, I am gonna do all the magicians first. Just make the limited logo for the Three Gods binder. it would not even match. That's the problem. But everything else would. So the hieroglyphs, I got the same molds. Everything, I pretty much got the same mold. You basically doing what Konami did with the Magicians of Bonds and Unity. Yeah, I am. I'm not gonna deny that. Like I totally understand the dilemma that Konami faces. But if I was a $1 billion company, I would not make this mistake. My OCD is already killing me with the difference of the Gardner and the S logos. Yeah, it's yeah, unfortunate. Would you ever drop a PSA/ARS display frame slash case? Do you know anyone who does really nice custom ones? For PSA, there's a bunch, but for ARS, nobody really does it. They're just too small. So yeah. How come there were two brands in the first place? Personally, I like the Cardware name, but Gardner is the OG. Um, the the reason that there was some change is because the person who I partnered up with thought that there would be some like legal allegations and stuff, legal issues that would happen with using the Gardner logo and the Gardner name. So he suggested that we switch, but now I'm kind of I don't care. Like if they cease and desist me, then whatever. I'll just stop making them and I'll do something else. By the way, bought a card from you. Just wondering when you're sending it out. I'm pretty sure it's already been dropped off. Stardust binder in 2024. I do want to make a Stardust binder. Dark Paladin, Dark Sage would be dope. They are both in the works. $2040, not 24. No, not 2040. Probably 20. Stardust would have to be probably like 2030 or something. It just depends, right? Like if for example, like if the magician starts selling, right? I'll be able to sell, what's it called? I'll be able to like if the magician starts selling really well, then I'll be able to produce more, right? It's just about like how fast they sell. Best release product as of now, definitely the Arcane sleeves. It's not even close. I don't mind the difference in logos. I already have like 8 binders and 4 gardeners. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Strictly, do you watch any sports? I used to watch basketball. I don't really watch anymore. Hear me out. XM Studios Yu-Gi-Oh statues. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh is really hard to pull off in 3D form. Like especially like the faces, like they're very very difficult. You have to probably do like monsters and stuff. Because I don't know if you guys have seen like every Yu-Gi statue, it looks deranged. They don't look good at all. Do you think they'll ever reprint 10K Dragon? No idea. Do you have a job outside of Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, I do. Yeah. The custom ones on eBay, he looks tweaked. I know what you mean. Yeah. The Cyber and Dragon statue was the best one I ever saw. I agree. What's my job? I do investing. That's my job. I don't really have a job per se, but I invest. Hi, can I ask you something? No, this is not an AMA. How dare you? Favorite card? Um, I have 5 favorite cards. I have Morphing Jar, Summon Skull, Dark Magician SDY, Blue Eyes White Dragon SDK, and I don't know what else. I have one more, but I don't remember what it is.
Chaos Magician?
Yeah. Piss me off. Magician of Black Chaos. That's the last one I like. How old were you when you first saw the first thing about Yu-Gi-Oh? I was in grade 3, so I was 9 years old. Omar Unk status. I was I'm 30 years old now, so I'm actually making a Magician of Black Chaos deck, but there's not much support for it. Yeah, I don't know anything about decks, so I really can't help you there. You want pizza?
You don't need it.
We need to eat something. I haven't eaten other than eggs.
We've been eating.
What'd you eat?
Kimchi and...
That's not food.
Yes, it is.
That's not food. Do we have Lebanese?
Yeah, and I bought you Adonis.
Can you make me? Please. If you can't, that's fine.
We're on our way up.
Then don't worry about it. It's fine. What's a fair price to pay for LOB Blue Eyes First Ed PSA 8? Like 2,000 to 2,500, depending on how clean it is. So you would not buy my First Ed MFC DMG PSA 10 or my PSA 10 Morphine Jar. I would not. I will not buy a single Yu-Gi-Oh PSA 10 card ever again, unless I'm cracking it. Or there's like no option, okay? I gotta make this caveat, okay? So unless it's like a YCS Ultra or something like that, I will never buy a PSA 10, okay? I get it, could take some time to achieve, but do you have any video ideas if and when you hit 100K subs? I don't know, bro. I already spilled all my gas anyway, like in my collection videos. So, like I don't know what I would even do for 100K. Any other binder ideas for 2025, like colors? Yeah. So the next colorway is going to be green and pink, as well as the obelisk binder. Why no PSA 10? I just don't collect them anymore. I have completely abandoned PSA 10 collecting. PSA collecting in general. Do you have kids? Nope. I might have to go pretty soon, but my last question for you is, do you remember the first thing of Yu-Gi-Oh? What makes you love Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't even remember the first thing. Like, I just know that I watched Battle City, and I watched Obelisk the Tormentor slam the ceiling, where the two guys were playing. I believe like it's the Masked Beast. I'm pretty sure it's the Masked Beast guys, and it was Yugi and Kaiba. That was basically the last time. Will you do any ARS collection vids? In the future, I will be, yes. What's a fair price for Blue Eyes SM51 ARS 10? Probably like 3K. What do you think a PSA 10 first ed Blue Eyes from LOB would cost? What do you think it's reasonable? Probably like 25K. Hey Strictly, hope you're well. Any new statues added to the collection? I am getting a Lucian statue coming in, but that's it. Did you ever cross your PSA collection to ARS, or do you sell them? Do you sell a lot of them, such as like Jinzo or Summon Skull? I sent a lot of my raw card collection to ARS, but I have not crossed anything from PSA. I usually try to sell the PSA, get the premium, and then keep pocket whatever the difference is, and then just sell just sub a ARS. What would PSA need to do to get you to collect them again? First of all, they have to waive their upcharges. If they get rid of upcharges, they're halfway there. The second thing is they need to provide a better case than these. Like, I think these cases are not good at all, especially having seen like an ARS case. But if they drop the upcharges, they're like 80% there. Because I'll sub with them again if they drop the upcharges. Have you ever played Raid Shadow Legends? Yeah, they email me. They want me to create ads on the channel for Raid Shadow Legends. I'm like, fuck that. For me, it's the Seal of Orichalcos is what I remember the most. Yeah, I remember Seal of Orichalcos as well. How do you judge statues and differentiate between quality? You kind of have to, it's like kind of one of those experience type of things. There's no like a pinpoint way to do it, to be honest with you. Do you have Blue Eyes Jump Ultimate PSA 10? I might. I don't remember, to be honest. I'll take a look. But I recently sold one on my eBay, I remember. They are not similar games, not even the same genre. Oh, I see. I would listen to Raid ads if it meant more videos. Nah, fuck that. I'm not the only thing I will accept is like Bayi sponsoring me, or like something that I actually use. Thank you. ARS. If ARS sponsors me, bro, I will be literally a shilling cow. Okay? They can literally milk me all they want. Shit, they're not even paying me and I'm still shilling them. Or if League sponsors me, oh my god, it's over. I will literally show them all day. League, Burrito Boys, what? 2-for-1 pizza, Gino's Pizza, Chipotle, Vinland Saga. If any of these guys promote me or they want to sponsor me, I will literally pump them so hard. Yeah, this is called Lebanese in Arabic. I don't know if you it's like yogurt. If you show League, I'm unsubbing. I will literally go down with the ship. I love League of Legends. Are you still vegetarian? Yeah, I am. Take care, Philip. I also love League of Legends. Good. You're promoted. You're a mod now. That's it? That's all that's there?
Nailed it.
Yo, my neighbors better have not hoed me, bro. Like, they literally stole like 2 of my packages. Fuckers. Oh no, it's not delivered yet. Do you buy any gold? Yeah, I do. I bought gold initially, so like I stuck to how much how much I believe I need in gold, and now I just started buying Bitcoin. Do you catch any of Worlds last month? Not really. I mean I watched the finals, but it's I don't really like League in like the esport type of way. I like League in the media franchise. I just think that they do like incredible work. Like I really hope I don't die before League of Legends finishes with its cinematics, because I want to keep watching their cinematics until I'm dead, and I'm okay after that. Arcane season 2 mid. Oh, did you watch it? I agree. I think season 2 is definitely mid, but compared to season 1, but still I think it's really good. Why did you buy gold? Um, because I think although I really have a lot of faith in Bitcoin, I'm also not foolish enough to think that I can't be wrong. So I would need to hedge against. I would need to hedge my bets against being wrong, right? Didn't even watch season 1. Wow, yo, mods ban this guy. Jokes. I don't have mods. That's how I feel about One Piece. I hope I get to finish it before I die. Yeah, for real. One Piece is goated. Arcane was great, but the game is trash. Disagree. I think the game is goated as well, but Arcane was great. Season 2 was great. I think season 2, in my opinion, was an abomination. Like compared to, so like, I think season 1 was probably some of the best writing I have ever seen, like ever, like on any televised show. I definitely rank it with like Game of Thrones seasons 1 to 4. Season 2 was very it was very much like fan flick, honestly. My biggest gripe with season 2 is how they butchered my boy Silco. Like, bro, Silco's character is literally based on loyalty. I think Silco is probably one of the coolest characters in any genre ever. Like, he's just a badass. And the way that they butchered Silco, okay, bro, the guy was based on loyalty, bro. Like literally everything he does is based on loyalty. And then they go and introduce in the second season that basically, oh, like he knew the mother of Vi and Powder. Like, bro, how is that? Like, in what world is that okay? Like, literally in the first season when he sees Powder, he's like, hello, little girl. Like he doesn't know her. He clearly doesn't know her. Why would they do that? That was kind of the biggest gripe I had with season 2. Like it just basically ruined a lot of what Silco was in the first season. And then never mind like the pacing issues and stuff like that. I just think season 2 had a lot of problems. Omar, check out Cyberpunk anime. Alright, I'll check it out. Hey, congrats. Question for you. Do you think the EX Tokyo Dome reprint starter decks will appreciate in value? In Japan, they cost about 20 and in Europe about 50. It will take a long time. It will take a long time for them to appreciate. If they ever do. I don't know if they will, but if they ever do, it will be a very long time. One sec, I gotta go piss. All right. Wait, what happened? Can you guys hear me? Shit. Okay, give me one sec. I'm gonna switch the camera to my phone because I think my phone is my shit. Yeah, my camera died. Give me one sec. Where are they? All right, there you go. One sec. I gotta charge that battery. All right, there you go. Did you pull anything good from Pokemon TCG Pocket? I didn't pull anything that's like amazing. But I have a lot of the alt arts. But what I want to do is get my wife to start playing this shit because I need to trade with her. But she doesn't like playing like online games. She's like, what is this shit? Oh, the gap. The special edition Sideshow Gambit is top tier. I used to collect statues and figures, but quit for Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, I love this piece. This piece is amazing. All of these are my favorite statues. Yep, agreed. Anyway, the channel seems to be slowing down. Is there any questions left or? The shade of pink is this. It's a little bit more yellowish pink on the thing because the lights are really warm, but it's like a Patrick Star type of pink, for lack of a better descriptor. Am I watching any TV shows right now? I am watching Shogun. I watched a couple of the first few episodes, and I am going to be watching The Penguin. What's fire? The binder? Yeah, you can see it's the old Gardner logo. I might actually, after the Slifer is done, I might reissue it with the Gardner logo. That way, people who are like super OCD can scratch their itch. And then the green one. Where the hell's the green one? Where did I put that? Huh. Oh well. I don't know where it is, bro. Sorry. If you had to choose one streaming service, what would it be? I don't have any streaming services, to be honest. I just torrent everything. Lock me up. Lock me up right now. I'll just torrent everything. Shogun's very overrated. I thought it was great so far. Thoughts on the Konami direction with the card game for the flourishing of the Yu-Gi-Oh market? I mean, what could help vintage Yu-Gi-Oh go up if all other TCGs are booming? The thing that can help vintage Yu-Gi-Oh is for the game to die. I think if the game dies, a lot of the money that that Konami is taking from the players will go into vintage Yu-Gi-Oh. Because I think a lot of people, like, think about it. Who are the biggest collectors nowadays? Right? Who are they? The biggest collectors are ex-players, ex-anime watchers, right? So if the game dies, ex-players are just gonna funnel their money into the game, into the collecting aspect. Like, I would love to collect. I would love to collect my GOAT format deck, right? If I would love to collect GOAT format deck cards in kind of like a binder. And the only way that will happen is when the player base dies. Like for example, I would love to own a first edition Sangan. Okay, that is kind of like, I mean, I own one, but I'm saying, like, if I, like, let's just say I'm collecting again, I would love to own like a binder filled with like my GOAT format deck. I would love to own like a lot of cards that that in my opinion are very I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. I'm getting a lot of text messages. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Yeah. So the reason that the game has to die, in my opinion, is right now a lot of people who are buying cards, okay, and funneling money into the Yu-Gi-Oh hobby are basically either playing the Yu-Gi-Oh stock market, which is controlled by Konami, or they are playing the Yu-Gi-Oh game and basically buying cards to appease, like, you know, to compete, right? If that competition is gone, I don't believe that those people will just leave Yu-Gi-Oh. I really believe that those people will just start collecting. And they'll play older formats, so a lot of older formats will start getting like pumped, And then older formats are what? They're old vintage cards. And I think that that's what will happen. Right? Players never collect, they just switch games. I mean, that might be true as well. It might be true as well. Like I might be underestimating how degenerate the players are. Why vegetarian? Ethics or health? Ethics. Yeah, actually, that is true. Actually, yeah, I have to. I take back what I said. Yeah, degen behavior. Leaving Yu-Gi-Oh! How dare you? That's hilarious. I was vegan for 2.5 years, started vegetarian, and went all out 3 days after. Oh, you mean like you went all out vegan 3 days after? I mean, I commend you, bro. Like, I'm trying. I think I'll probably be able to get there in probably a year, but for me, like, my diet is pretty ass, bro. Like, my I hate vegetables, so it's like I'm not even really vegetarian. I'm like bread. I eat a lot of bread. That's my main problem. But I do eventually think I'll get there. It's just right now I can't cut out cheese and eggs because they're like the only way I eat other shit. Ever considered getting into Pokemon or MTG collecting? The main problem with Pokemon collecting is just there's just too much hype, and um, but I don't what's it called? I don't like going where a lot of people are like really there. Have you thought about making a custom display case for booster packs? I haven't, but I think it's because it's way too niche for Yu-Gi-Oh. But I gave up. Ethics was the only reason. Damn shame. What's your all-time favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card? Can you show it on stream as well? It's this right here. But you can't really see it. After a year of veganism, when I had meat for the first time after, my body hated me for days. Oh yeah? It's tough. I mean, yeah, I went like the first 2 months when I stopped eating meat, I got quite sick. It was like kind of like cleansing, to be honest. And after that, I haven't gotten sick since. but it's only been like a year and a half, so. Pokemon is not worth it. I agree. Then Ethics left the chat. You'll be get there if your beliefs are strong enough. Yeah, I mean, for me, like now I kind of get like really grossed out by looking at meat. It's like that's literally a living animal. That was a living animal that somebody killed. So it's like to me, um, that's kind of the main thing that happened. Like I don't even get tempted to eat it anymore. Do you have any secret tips for submitting cards to get graded? Like if I submit vintage, they'll pop 10 cards in bulk. Will it be pretty much guaranteed I'll get nines? Check out my video on how to sub to PSA. Nothing happened to me, just eating everything from day one again, but I did it extremely healthy, variety and everything. Health was 100%. It was awesome. Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely feel a lot healthier now. But that's just, it might be a placebo. Like who the hell really knows? Should I sell my Yu-Gi-Oh and buy more gold? No, you should buy BTC. Duh. I have 30K to liquidate. I don't know. I don't tell people what to do, bro. Like I actually like even my previous statement. Do whatever you want, but I personally think that BTC is the strongest asset in the world right now, and I think it will only get stronger as time goes on. I don't ever I don't ever go from a strong asset to a weaker one. I always try to consolidate into the strongest asset possible. And in my opinion, that is BTC. I think gold is up there, but I don't think gold is as strong as BTC overall. Why haven't you made any game mats right now? Because I don't really play, and I don't want to make something just to make something. So I don't have any stocks. The only stocks I do have is we have something called TFSA, okay? And basically it's like the tax-free one or whatever. That one I have filled with Enbridge, but everything else I don't have any other stocks. I don't own Nvidia, I don't own Tesla, I don't own anything else. I have been buying BTC since 2015, ever since I understood like what it is and why it's important, and I have not sold literally a cent of it. Like literally not a single cent. I've never ever converted it back to dollars. Buying BTC at 100K is not the best move. I mean, I bought BTC at 100K. I literally bought like 5K like the other day. Um, it's just about long term. Like you have to understand long term. A lot of people don't really get that. A lot of people are very like long term for them is like 2 months. Like I literally have been at it for like 9 years, bro. Now 10 years almost. So Do you have any other cryptos? I do not. What percentage of your portfolio do you hold in BTC? Seems really risky to me. Like 80%. Anything that is not what do I want to call it? That is not like for me to sustain myself or like for my work or whatever. It's pretty much in BTC or gold. I know long term is years, but it'll go back down before it goes up again. But that doesn't really matter because I'm not planning to sell at any point. And I only put in money that I'm willing to lose, which is just savings, because savings, I can always make it back because I'm alive, right? Like the fact, like I don't ever worry about losing money because like I will just make it back. You know what I mean? Like I am the asset. I'm the ultimate asset. Everything else is just a way to preserve me, right? Like my time, my attention is what generates quote unquote money. Now, how do I preserve myself and my time and my attention? I do it through BTC, which is this, in my opinion, the strongest asset that there is. Right? So if I was to lose this, all I did was lose my time and attention. But like I said, I'm still alive, so I can generate more. So I'm not worried. What app do you suggest? That one, I think there's a lot of people that use different shit. I don't use personally any apps. Like all of my stuff is non KYC. All my stuff is non KYC. So like for me, I don't have anything. But I know a lot of my friends that use Binance. Yeah, and BTC going down and up doesn't really matter to me. Like the thing is like when you're in BTC, I don't truly think that you are in BTC until you see like the 75% drop. Okay, that's when I really think that you've you've entered BTC world. Like when I saw my portfolio go from 75K per coin to 15K per coin, I think that's how you get vetted. I saw my portfolio go from 20K per coin to 2K per coin or something like that at one point. So that's basically when I see like you've actually been vetted, you know, like that. Are you actually diamond hands? Because I was like, I'll go down with the ship. You know, like I bought something I believe in. I bought something that I think makes the most amount of sense. And I'm willing to go down with the ship for that. Yeah, I've seen two of those. Like I've seen two of those cycles where we went down like literally 75%. But that's a testament, you know, like I think if S&P 500 dropped 75%, I think there would be major chaos in the world. The main reason I say that is because yes, there's a lot of assets in there, but I also think it's because the people who buy S&P 500 are not buying it for the right reasons. They are buying it to cash out. I don't believe that that's the case with BTC. I don't buy BTC to cash out. I believe BTC will be literally the next how I will purchase in the future. Do you get what I mean? Like that's I really think that will be the future of the like BTC itself. Like I really think it will be the future currency, or at least the future peg that currency pegs to, right? So I understanding this, it's like I am not willing. There's no point where I would cash out unless I'm buying like if I'm buying a house for myself or something like that, or my parents or something, that maybe I would. But even then, I'm very hesitant because I think real estate is even weaker than BTC in terms of just asset and value preservation. I think most people definitely buy BTC to cash out, though. I don't think so. I don't think so. The main reason is because if an asset crashed from 75 to 15K or 20K to 2K, I think a lot of wallets, I truly don't think a lot of people do that. Like I just from the way that BTC works, I really don't think that that's the case. Like I think there was some dumb stat where it was like I think like 80% or something like that, or maybe like 80% of wallets that hold Bitcoin have not had it move since 2017 or 2019 or something like that, even after the huge pump. Like to me, I think that that's insane statistics. I don't think most people hold BTC to cash out. I think the more it goes up, it will be that way, but the basis of BTC itself, it is it is a cyberpunk, anti-establishment coin, and that's the main reason why I buy it. It's because I know that the other people who are in this have a very like-minded mindset, or the people who are also in this are also like-minded. I'm not going in with people who are just like kind of money hungry. It's people who want to actually see some change. But I might be giving them too much credit. Like, who the hell really knows? I definitely think after the ETFs, there's a lot of people who bought into cash. But I don't really care about ETF because it's not even really real BTC. Selling it after it goes down from 75 to 15 is the most stupid thing ever. Yeah, I mean, when that happened, I sold my Jump Festa. I sold it for BTC. When you look at the amount of BTC held by the top whales, it'll only become harder and harder to acquire BTC in decent volumes as the years go on. But at which point people will wish they got on board. Yeah, I mean, I really think that's. I think as time goes on, people will eventually end up trading it for assets. But I think a lot of people, because at the end of the day, like there is a point to holding currency, right? Like the whole point of holding currency is to eventually trade it for other goods and services, right? But the idea is that I want to see change in the system before I start cashing out. And I think that people should start cashing out. Like it's not right now, but I'm saying that I think people should cash out at some points or another, because that way the wealth distribution is the wealth is more like distributed. But I don't know, personally, like I just don't do it because I don't have anything to buy anyway right now. Any channel suggestions on investing? Yeah. Saifdeen Amadeus. That's his name. He is actually he's where I learned a lot of my economics from. Mises Media or Mises Media. Like I would look up Mises Mises Media. I pretty much like watch out. I literally watch like most of their videos, but they do more of I'll type it here. And then Saifdeen Amus. Like I read all of this guy's books. He's incredibly intelligent. There's also Whiteboard Finance, but I'm sure you guys have seen him. Like pretty much look up any Austrian economics. I'm an Austrian myself, so not an Austrian like by thing. I like in terms of how I view the world and economics. I'm Austrian in nature, so like I tend to gravitate towards Austrian economics. So having done Yu-Gi-Oh inside and out, having all the big cards, is it okay to step back from the hobby and enjoy it from afar? Not financial advice. I think so. I think personally, I always go towards consolidating. So I always go towards, okay, I have whatever, let's just say 25K in cards. If I can consolidate them into one very rare card, I always do that. Austrian like the country. Yeah. Yeah, like the country, yeah. They're the kind of proprietors of the economic school, but obviously it's just common sense. Like Austrian economics is just literally common sense. So, yeah. It's not like some game changing like, you know, it's just common sense. Yeah. Like this was a consolidation of pretty much 80% of my collection. This is probably like the biggest card in the world. Man, awesome. I should pay for that advice. I mean, don't pay me. Like, see, I'm not an advisor. Like, you should do whatever you think is best. But the idea is like, you gotta have kind of confidence in yourself. But the way that you gain confidence in yourself is by getting educated. Really, like honestly, that's really the way to do it. If you aren't educated, and I don't mean education as in school, because school is garbage. But I'm saying if you aren't truly educated, you will never have the confidence. You'll always be like, oh, what did this guy say? What did this guy say? Like, what does this guy think? It should not be like that. I literally never ask anybody what they think. Like, I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. I will do whatever I think is best, and I live with that. But that's because I spent the time to actually like learn about what I want. I spent the time on learning how you can that I spent the time basically. I did the work and earned my stripes to be able to say like, okay, I don't give a shit what Elon Musk has to say. Like the fact that Dogecoin, okay, can go up and down based on what one person says, that should tell you how down bad society is, bro. Like that is crazy. Like that's actually insane. Like, imagine me giving a shit about what. Imagine me selling whatever I bought or buying something just because somebody says something. Like that, it can't be me, chat. It can't be me. No shot. BTC fluctuates on the presidential election. Also, by the way, yeah, it does. I mean, I'm not going to deny that. It is a fluctuating asset. And I mean, yes, it is a completely decentralized asset. So what that means is whether if Trump does some shit or something like that, there are going to be news chasers that end up funneling in. I'm not going to deny that and say like, oh, BTC only is the purest of all chemicals. It's not. It does have waste that accumulates, but usually those end up getting shaken out by the fluctuation of the asset itself, which is a good thing, right? Like I argue that the fluctuation of the asset is actually really good um, because it shakes out any of the people who come in for the news, right? Do you think long term it's too late to get into BTC? No. I actually do think that BTC is like, I mean, I probably approximate it around like $1 to $2 million a coin. So like I actually don't think it's too late. Like I said, I still buy. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not going to say like, oh, it will go up, it won't go up. But to me, it's like, is this an asset that I would like to put my money in? Is this an asset that is that will bring a better world? I personally think it will be. Right? So that's the main reason I put my money behind it. It has not. It can go down. I will still think that it's the best asset possible where I can park my money. And if I lose it, then I lose it, and it is what it is. I actually, to be honest with you, like not even like just to toot my own horn, like I never really came from money. So to me, like if I lose it all, it is what it is. Like I don't really care. Like I actually really don't. I actually found that I found that out when I spent a lot like on something and I misplaced it. I don't want to like disclose where it is, but like I basically misplaced it. And eventually I was like, all right, it is where it is. Would you ever use BTC as a currency or simply just for investing and eventually convert it to cash if you need? So when I first started, I only bought what I didn't need for cash. Okay, so like I didn't use rent money. I didn't use food money. It's like basically whatever I was gonna put into the stock market, I just put it in BTC. That's it. And slowly I leveled up because again, I told you the biggest asset is yourself. It's not really your BTC. Like if you don't make any money, like if people don't want the goods and services that you're providing, okay? Or be it your job, for example, right? Like if people don't want that bad enough, okay? It means you have to level yourself up enough. You are not there. Like you don't want to be one of those guys that sit on the computer and just watch the number on the screen go up and down. The BTC is a way to just store your own energy and value, right? But if you don't have value yourself, you're not storing anything in the first place, right? So what you need to do is basically, in my opinion, invest in yourself enough so that you are able to generate value for the world. And once the world pays you for that value, then you can take that trash money and then store it in BTC. But I don't think that you will get super rich off of BTC. I don't think you'll get super rich off of anything, honestly. Like you can get very lucky, right? And make $1 million or whatever off of like meme coins or whatever. But I don't personally operate on that way. Like I operate in the way where it's like, how can I generate value for other people? And then when they pay me, I store it in BTC. That's how I think, honestly. Like I never ever thought like, oh shit, like this is gonna make me rich. No, I don't. It's just I don't want my fucking money to be printed up the ass by the Fed, right? Like that's what I don't want. So I had to go towards something that is able to store value, and economically, BTC and gold are the best ones that do that. So that was a long-winded answer of saying, would I ever use BTC as currency? Yes, I would. The goal is to eventually make it a currency. But the way that I can make it a currency is by me believing in it, because at the end of the day, the US dollar has no value to it other than like the fact that you believe in it and I believe in it and everybody else believes in it, right? But I believe in BTC more. And my goal is to make you think on a level where you are not worried about like, oh, what is like how am I gonna pay for rent next month? BTC is not gonna solve that problem for you. Like it's not going to solve that. What it will do is it'll allow you to store them, any extra money that you made, by generating value, right? But it will never like basically like put food on the table for you. It's not going to do that. Like it's not going to take you from like, if you're earning 40K a month and you continue to make 40K a month, 40K a year, sorry, and just basically saving BTC, what it will do is it'll bump you from like 40K to like 60K, right? Without you having to improve yourself at all. Simply because what's happening is that the value that you're putting into BTC is value that it's sucking up from other people who are not investing in BTC. Does that make sense? Because their money is going down, your money is going down, but what you're doing is you're passing off the money to them, and you're taking a harder asset. You're taking harder money. Harder, not as, like literally as in like harder to acquire money, right? So they're taking the cheap money, the softer money, which is the US dollars. You're getting the harder money, and that is basically creating some value generation there, right? Because you're taking the risk of accumulating this hard money and taking the risk of giving them the most liquid yet the softest money. And as that's happening, they're working, you're making 40K, they're making 40K, and you're absorbing their value because they're taking cash for their BTC, for example, or whatever asset that they're selling you. Do you get what I mean? So that's kind of how you have to see it. But BTC is not going to bump you like 40K to like 100K a year. That's not going to happen. The best it will do is like it'll bump you maybe like 10, 20, 30%, right? But you're the one who bumps yourself from 40K to 100K a year. Hopefully that kind of like is adding up. How do you ensure that the cards you're buying are in mint condition? I don't. I have to get them in hand first and then I look at them. You don't have a way of doing it beforehand. Reason to ask someone's thoughts process is to pick at the brain. For example, why not liquidate your statues for more BTC? At the end of the day, people will allocate money to something regardless. That's very interesting. So the reason that I don't, and why is it that I don't just sell my whole business, like my whole YouTube channel, whatever, and buy BTC with it, is because I don't want to live off of BTC. I want to live off of my generation of value to other people. And the way that I do that is through my business, through my investing in like real estate, etc. Right? Now, for example, selling, so yeah, like if the thing is like if I sell these, at the end of the day, I will have BTC, but at the end of the day, I will only have money, right? I actually really enjoy these personally. So at the moment, I would rather just get BTC in another way, right? Will there ever come a day where I would get bored of these and I'd sell them? Yeah. But at the end of the day, like I don't want to just have money, right? Like the idea of money is to be able to enjoy it, right? So that's the main reason. It's because I actually enjoy these more than the money that BTC can provide me, or the value that BTC can provide me. But if I was first starting out, yeah, I'll probably bump everything into BTC. Like that's literally what I did. I literally just put all like that's what I initially did. Like looking back, like in 2015, what happened was I started learning about basically how money is generated, stuff like that, how is the US dollar is produced. And I was like, okay, what that's problematic. Is there a solution to this? I started looking into solutions, and first it was gold. I bought like a bunch of gold because again, gold is harder in a way where obviously it's more private, right? Like there's no blockchain, but at the same time, it's also not transportable, right? Like I can only own like what 200, 300 ounces before like I not even that, like maybe like shit 100 ounces is gonna be like dumb heavy, right? So it's gonna be very problematic to transport. So yeah, BTC gold does have some advantages, right? But BTC has its own advantages like transportability, being able to transact globally. That's something that gold can never do, right? Otherwise, you're gonna have to go back to IOUs, right? IOUs is basically I owe you this much gold, right? That way I don't have to pay for the transportation of gold from me to you if we're transacting. Um, so I don't like going into IOUs because again, you can issue them at any point you want. And if there's a centralized authority that's stamping these IOUs, they can inflate those IOUs just as much, right? A lot of people in silver actually believe this. Like a lot of people in silver think that the silver price is down because the whatever central policy that regulates silver is stamping out more IOUs than there actually is supply of silver, right? And that's why they believe like silver is gonna go up in price like crazy. I don't know what the truth is behind that. Like I don't know if there is actually more IOUs in circulation than there is actual silver. But regardless of that, if I was gonna go into precious metals, I would just go straight to gold because gold is how you actually store wealth. Silver is literally not transportable at all, like literally not even a little bit. Like silver is like, bro, like literally a whole kilogram coin of a silver coin is like $700. Even if that goes to like old exchange rate between gold and silver, it will be way more expensive to transport silver than it is to transport gold. So like to me that doesn't make any sense. Like I like value density the most. That's like my favorite thing about storing wealth is like finding the most dense asset possible. And gold is way more dense than silver, realistically. Like nobody can even deny that. It's just that they're hoping that those IOUs are weighing the gold price and I mean silver price down. So yeah, like that's the main problem I have with precious metals is that eventually in a globalized world, unless we are bartering one to one and we're going back and forth and like literally in person, gold is not usable. Like you're gonna have to use IOUs, and if you use IOUs, like people are like, oh, we got off the gold standard in 1973, bro. Like they were inflating the money supply during World War II, bro. How do you think they funded that? It's because they printed out more IOUs. Allegedly, they're supposed to be pegged to the gold standard, right? But they don't need to follow that. They can break that whenever they want. So it's like that to me is problematic. You cannot break the blockchain in BTC, and that's why I think it's more decentralized than even gold when it comes to a global society. But then again, like I said, like the gold bugs, they want to go back to a barter system. They want to go back to face-to-face transactions. They only believe in the physical. Like they don't like digital shit. So again, like I respect their opinion, but I don't think the world will go back to that. Like I don't think we will ever go back to that. If we do, we will have a lot more problems than worrying about how much money I have left in the bank or how much money is, how much wealth I stored. Like if we go back to bartering, it's over. How can I do it non-KYC? That one I cannot disclose, but one recommendation I can give you is Bitcoin University on YouTube. He's really good and he can show you some ways that you can do it. The best way before, it used to be something called localbitcoin.com, but that got shut down, unfortunately. Uh, but I'm sure there's more ways that are coming. I can't disclose my way though. I'm sorry. But even if, like, realistically, like, if you're not holding like multiple Bitcoin, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's just KYC it. You're just gonna pay tax on it. That's it. Hey, Strictly, when do you recommend de-risk yourself from Yu-Gi-Oh? My collection is 20K and I'm starting to worry about holding that much in cards. Recently had a fire in my building and worry. Um, what's it called? It depends. Like, how much are you worth? If it's like, if you have 200K net worth, for example, and you have 10% in Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't think you risk anything. What's your opinion on soft KYC? What do you mean by that? Do you mean like buying it on Binance and then transferring it to your wallet? I am Middle Eastern, yes. Mike is so good, so good. We heard the pissing. Yes, sir. Do you buy using a bank account bot or no other info whatsoever? Nothing. I have no info. How many LOB first ed boxes are you holding? Saw you have one on eBay. Um, Not much. Like, I liquidate a lot. Are you playing any video games? The only game I ever played was League of Legends. Never played any other game. But I played enough League of Legends to make up for most people's gaming careers. I played bare League of Legends. Like straight D-Gen. Straight D-Gen level League of Legends. But I don't play anymore. I haven't played in like a very long time. What rank am I in League? I peaked Emerald. I meant soft KYC is buying using a bank account, but you don't have to give any other info. Nah, that's the same thing. pretty much, you might as well give them everything. At that point, like I think that's that's not bad. Like, obviously, like if it ever does like take off, then I think that your method is fine too. Like I think, but the thing is, like, you just can't have all of it in that, right? Like I have two of them. Like, I have the Binance one, but I don't. But whenever I can, I try to go no KYC whatsoever. Did I ever play Morgana? Yeah, I did. I play Morgana, but I don't main her. I main Zed. I'm ass right now though. Like I'm washed. True degen. Yes, sir. Yeah, I understand, but the problem is like when you link your bank account to when you link your bank, I mean, bro, like, what do you think? Bank is like some private organization that's gonna protect you? Like, they're gonna throw you out. Like, they're, um, you know what I mean? So, like, if the state ever knocks, like, the bank is not gonna protect you, right? So it's like realistically, it's basically the same as Binance. Um, which again, like, I don't think there's a problem with it, right? But I just don't think all your eggs should be at the whim of the state. You know what I mean? Like, I am anti-state in nature. Like, I don't like government. I'm anti-government. So for me, I try to stay away from them. Plans for the future, Omar, family, business, etc. I mean, I don't know if I will be having kids. I most likely will not be having kids. So no family in that regard. Yeah, me and my wife are just traveling and stuff. Um, and then in terms of business, like, I do have some other business plans that I want to do. Like, I want to try and grab a pizza place. Uh, and that it's like one that's like near my house. I think it would be cool to try like a franchise. Um, and I'm working on that at the moment, like finalizing some stuff. What keeps me motivated to work when I have enough to retire and relax? Because I don't have enough to retire and relax. I want fuck you freedom, and that means I need fuck you money. That's the main reason why. It's a Swiss company, so it's not the same. I agree with you. I agree with you. But I'm sure you agree that, like, at the end of the day, there will be something that can tie you back to that wallet. But I agree with you. Like, it is better than just buying it off of Binance or something. I agree with that. I heard franchising is a lot of work and not worth it in terms of profit, but I wish you the best. I mean, I'm starting to see that. I'm definitely starting to see that, but I just want to try. Why not? What's my favorite fruit? Um, Probably watermelon. Don't be like Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons is too expensive to buy. Tim Hortons is like $1 million minimum. It's crazy. What number would you consider FU money? 30 million. 30 million, you pretty much can buy whatever you want, except for like mega yachts and like mega mansions. And I'm fine not owning those. I actually like I'm actually completely fine like staying in this apartment. It's just I want to be able to like not worry about fucking parking tickets. I don't want to worry about fucking any of that shit. Like, that's what pisses me off. That's fuck you money in my opinion. You never played RuneScape? I did not. No, I know of it, but I never played it. No, I played a little bit of Maple Story. Played a little bit of Maple Story, but it's not like anything serious. Like, yeah. I answered. So he's like posting again. Sorry, not sure if you saw. Hey, Strictly, when do you recommend de-risking? I already mentioned that. I already asked. Like, what is your net worth before I can tell you when you should de-risk? introductory book to economics, etc. I'd recommend the books from what's it called? The Saifdian Amus. His books Bitcoin Standard, Fiat Standard, and Why Groceries Are So High or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But all of his books, I highly recommend. They're all introductory based. Asking him his net worth is crazy. Why? How could I answer? If you're a millionaire, it's literally some random name. Like it's not even like I know him personally. Like I know he's a long time subscriber of the channel, but I'm saying like, what's the problem with that? Like there's no name behind it. He can say a million, and if it's a million, then 20K doesn't mean anything, right? But if his net worth is 40K and then 20K is in Yu-Gi-Oh, that's problematic. One sec. Sorry about that. Can you guys hear me still? Awesome. Can you guys hear me? How many people do we even have anymore? Is the thing done? Like, do we even have any viewers left? What do we even have anymore? 33 people, not bad. What is your opinion on Nvidia? If you're limited to only buying stocks, do you think it's a reasonable investment? So what is it about Nvidia that you like personally? Like, what is it about? Like, is it just because like other people are buying it? Like, what is it about Nvidia? Like a lot of people buy Nvidia, but it's like why? That's what I'm wondering. Like what is the reason behind that? Am I picking up a few of the Blue Eyes White Dragon stamp set? Yeah, I bought two. I like most I like the most they're creating for themselves in the AI space and the potential of AI capabilities in the future. Yeah, so like they're not actually doing anything, right? Like they're not. Are they actually like? Did they make anything that is like? Did they make anything that is like revolutionary yet, or is it just like people are hoping that they make something? Because I don't know anything, by the way. I'm not asking like it's a trick question or anything. Like I actually don't know. They make graphic cards. I see. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know. I don't want to say like some random shit and like try to be smart. I honestly don't know. I have never followed stocks. The only reason I buy Enbridge is because they pay 8% a year, and yeah, that's that's literally it. I only know like basic philosophy and economics. I have no idea about actual like day to day stuff. So I guess I wouldn't be the right person to ask. I'm really out of touch when it comes to those type of things. I'm sorry, buddy. Wish I can help. Enbridge. Yeah. But again, like the reason I buy Enbridge is because I have enough money to make the 8% matter, right? So for other people, it might not be worth it for them. But Enbridge is basically a US energy company. And the main reason I buy them is because they're stable and they pay 8% a year. So that allocation is basically where I lose money to inflation. Because I think we're inflating way worse than 8% a year. But that's another story for another day. And you are in there long term? Yeah. I've been in there for like 5 years. So you're basically an oiler. I don't know what that is. What's an oiler? Vote Poilivier? I don't vote, so sorry, buddy. What is your thoughts on quarter century bonanza? Do you think Raw 4 will do as well? I think quarter century bonanza had a lot of potential, but I think the quality control really hurts collectors. Does the 8% dividend fluctuate year to year? Yes. I would say average is probably like 7%. But I think most recently it's been like 8%. Now it's probably gone down lower since it's gone up in price. But yeah, but it's around like 7 to 8%. It's the highest paying dividend in Canada. But none of it matters if it goes down in price, right? So the thing is like, okay, when are we gonna run out, when are we gonna not need energy? That's kind of how I see it, and I don't think that that's gonna be anytime soon. So for me, like they can have like whatever, because the TFSA only has a certain amount of so TFSA has a certain amount of um, allocation per year. I think it's like $7,000 a year. What do you mean by quality control? Card material for printing error, quality control? Like, no, they just have like a lot of problems. Like, there's like chipping on the back. There is like print lines everywhere. It's just really ugly. Or there's basically someone rich off of oil. No, I am not rich off of oil. 100% not. Like, where do you check what's the highest paying dividend in each country? Just literally look it up on Google. It'll tell you. How old are you? 30. And they just expanded to Ohio. No idea. I don't keep up with it at all. Like, I literally just look at, okay, they're paying 8%, whatever, take my money. I don't watch the news at all, guys. Like, literally not even a little bit. I don't watch um I don't watch the news. I don't keep up with anything that is happening. No world events, nothing. I'm pretty much a hermit in that way. The only thing is like I like to, yeah, I don't. So for me, I'm not the person to ask. Like I literally didn't even know about the election until they started talking about like the results in my Discord. I had zero idea. Random question, but do you still have your set of evolving skies? I can't wait for the green guard now. Yes, I do. It's in the other room. I watch some news because I'm Syrian, so I kind of have to. Do you spend the 8% or reinvest it in your stock? I just reinvest it. How about S&P 500? Any thoughts for modern long-term investing? I have no idea. I don't do it. I just put it in BTC. Yeah, I'll probably use the Evolving Sky set to show off the green binder when the time comes. Yeah, I'm Syrian too, but I don't watch it. I'm quite detached from what's happening around the world. I kind of try to stay in my own lane. Why BTC? I mean, I gave a long ass explanation, bro. I don't know if you didn't hear it or what. Do you still think Yu-Gi-Oh cards will go up long term, or are you just for enjoyment? I'm doing it literally just for enjoyment now. I don't really I don't think that it will go up. Like, you're better off if you want to play like the investing game. Probably better off with Pokemon. To be honest with you. Did you start collecting before 2019? And if so, what was your best investment in Yu-Gi-Oh since then? My best investment was probably my booster boxes. My booster boxes are probably my best investment. Evolving Skies is so nice. Yeah, it really is. The only things I don't like is Moonbryon. I think Moonbryon looks like dog shit. But the evolutions look incredible. Do I think that the nostalgic QCRs from Bonanza will go up in value? I have no idea, bro. I don't have a crystal ball. But I think, in my opinion, I think that they're overpriced for what they are right now. Even if they're hard to pull. But also I think that they look like ass. So there is that aspect, right? Anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up. It's been like 2.5 hours. Does anyone have any final questions before we call it a day? Hey bro, you turned me to come back to the hobby. I was playing as a kid, never seen those high rarities as a kid, and now my collection is worth $5,000. I'm from Bulgaria. Thank you. Hey, I'm glad, man. Thank you for tuning into my videos, and I hope that I can allow you to collect in a way that is like that makes your binder look really good. You know, I'm glad. Moonbryon's the most overpriced card ever. There's like 16,000 in PSA 10 and probably goes for like $1,800. Yeah, it's dumb overpriced for sure. Raw 4 wishes. Probably would want the other monarchs. I don't know. Like they kind of let me down with Raw 3 with the quality control, unfortunately. So like I'm done with them for that aspect. But otherwise, I think that they yeah. Lost my train of thought. Thank you as always, sir. Appreciate you, Gary, man. Thank you so much for supporting me. I mean, what? It's been almost like 2 years now. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Now my QCR Bonanza Blue Eyes is worthless. Thanks strictly. Yeah. No question, but just want to say thanks for all the content you uploaded. Seriously, it's an awesome encyclopedia. Maybe you should consider also having database on your website at some point. I do want to make articles on my website. If anybody out there is interested in like writing some articles, I will give you all the information. Obviously, you just have to write it and like kind of make it look good. DM me. I'm very interested in bringing someone on for that because I feel like that will not only bring traction to my website, but it will also kind of allow you to look up cards a lot easier, like allow topics a lot easier in my opinion. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Shout out to BC3. Thanks for making the videos. I've been here a while. I know you've been here since like at least 3 years now, so thank you so much. Appreciate you. And yeah, thank you to everyone else. Thank you for 27,000 subscribers, and I'll see you at 28,000 or maybe even in the next collectors chat. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Hit the like button, subscribe, you know, do all that good stuff on my YouTube videos. Like even leave a comment just for the algorithm. It goes a long way, honestly. And shop at strictlysealed.com if you want to see more videos. Thanks for watching.